Before you lock in your Gameweek 1 captain, ask yourself, are you making the decision or are you letting the crowd make it for you? On this channel we use data analysis and we've got a pretty good record doing it. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any captain picks this season. First up on the shortlist is Palmer against Palace at home, and we all know exactly what he can produce. Salah can produce the most in the league, and he faces Bournemouth, who we're not really sure about because they've just sold the defence, which was pretty decent, but we can't assume that they're going to be good or they're going to be bad. We just know that he has got the home advantage against them. Lastly is Haaland, who does have to travel away from home, but he has got the easiest opponents in Wolves. Their defence was very poor last season. Starting with the non-penalty stats per 90 minutes, Haaland's got the most goals and expected goals, which is kind of expected for a forward. As for Salah, he's got the most assists, goal and assist points combined, expected assists and expected goal involvement points as well. This is last season's data and it will be interesting to see what these three players can produce throughout this season. Moving on to set pieces, Palmer's the main man on direct free kicks for Chelsea, but he's quite low in the pecking order for indirect free kicks and corners. It's not like he doesn't get to take any, but he won't be taking many. It's the same for Salah and Haaland when it comes to the direct free kicks. They are low in the pecking order, and it does depend who's on the pitch as well. Salah's fully nailed on penalties, Palmer's as good as, but as for Haaland, he's 88%, and I do think that's because Marmoush's got a decent penalty record. But let's not act like I've said anywhere near 0% here. I know a lot of people like to think black and white, and if it's not 100 or 99%, they like to question it and think, you're saying Haaland's not on penalties? Where realistically, he is probably going to be on penalties. There is just that slight chance, and I don't think it will happen. When we consider the goal and expected goal figures for Haaland earlier, it's unsurprising that he's got the highest anytime goal score odds. Salah's only 1% behind though, and he's got the joint highest anytime assist odds with Palmer, and he's got the highest chance of returning as well. Not only the odds in his favour, he's got the highest points projection overall on FPL review with 7.9, he's 1.3 ahead of Palmer on there, and on Fantasy Football Fix, he's 1.1 ahead of Haaland with 6.9. Let's not write Haaland off yet. Wolves had the worst defensive numbers out of all three opponents last season. Salah's opponents had the slight best, which is Bournemouth, but they were quite similar to Palace, and they have got a new look defence now. We don't know how they're going to play. I think they will be slightly worse than the Palace defence, but I don't think they will be as bad as that Wolves defence, who've been poor for years. One thing that's worth mentioning is that they have got the lowest clean sheet odds on the shortlist, and that's not surprising because they are travelling away to Anfield. So today Haaland's got the easiest opponents, but I think the fixture quality is very similar for Salah and Haaland. Ahead of these three fixtures, Palmer and Haaland have had a week's worth of recovery since their friendlies. Salah's had 5 days worth of recovery since his Community Shield match, and although he played 90 minutes in that match, he's still got 90 expected minutes, which is the highest on the shortlist. Palmer and Haaland only featured for an hour in their last fixtures, but that is obviously just to avoid injury. Their expected minutes are almost 90 for them as well. I've not got any concerns over the fitness of any of these three players. I do think Haaland is a really good option this game week against a poor Wolves defence, but unfortunately he does travel away from home. I would rather have the home advantage. We don't know how that Bournemouth defence is going to hold up. It is a new look defence, but I don't think it will be as good as the one they've just sold. So I think the best captain is Salah. If you want to join my $200 prize mini league, get answers off me exclusively in my Q&A every game week, plus other exclusive benefits, head over to my Patreon. The link's in the description.